Hey guys, how you going? Roy and Reagan, Tropical Fish here. Today we did do a bit of a trip out to the Tech Den, which is in Caboolture. Tech Den's one of the biggest aquarium shops in Australia, and we've got a few things in anticipation for setting up our shrimp tank. That'll go on a 57 litre Fluval Flex tank. We did get some pieces for that today, and we also have got a couple of extra fishes we're putting in our 3-foot tank. But just to quickly go through this. Got a fish net, we do need one, can't find my old fish net. Got some bloodworms today, mainly for the Hoplos. Got a cleaning sponge again, a lot of my old fish tank stuff I have not found yet. We've got a couple of rocks I'm going to put into the 57 litre tank, or 15 gallons if you like, the Fluval Flex for our shrimp and Rasboras. Got a piece of driftwood as well for the new tank. What else have we got here? Going to need a heater for the tank when it arrives over the next week. Additionally, one big bag of, excuse me for a sec, Fluval Stratum substrate. Okay, let's have a look at what fish we've got too, guys. Alright, we have one mystery snail at the back, it's a yellow one. Just letting the temperature adjust before we start putting in some water. So it's a small mystery snail, we're going to be putting in this tank. Join the other different types of snails such as the ram prawns, and Reagan talked me into getting two, a medium size and a small size, basically Hoplo fish. So they're in there, and again we'll let some of the water mix up shortly. The temperature should be about right now. They've been in this bag for over 5 minutes, and yes, let's get the water mixed up and we'll let them out in about 5 to 10 minutes. Hey guys, hey Reagan, how you going?
Hi guys.
We're going to launch our two new Hoplos. They're a lot smaller than the original ones.
So that's the snail bag.
So there's a snail bag and there's the Hoplos, so maybe Hoplos are coming out.
Come on. Yep.
There they go. One's in front of us right there. And there's the snail bag's going under. There's the first Hoplo there at the front. You can see how much smaller he is, and then the snail will have to come out as well. That's the little Hoplo. We have a medium sized Hoplo as well. Snail is coming out, the mystery snail. It's going to pop out.
Pop the body.
There he comes. And let him pop down as well. Thanks for that. The tank does need a bit of a gravel clean and a change of water. It's due. So we've got a big Hoplo there, this little one's coming in from behind. And the medium one will come around soon, and we'll just sit here till they come around to the front. There's our big male. He goes. Other two Hoplos are hiding at the moment, so hopefully our little Hoplos are going to be following in the back here shortly and coming around. If you've got a good eye, you'll notice when the new Hoplo comes around. There we go, put in the back of that plant there, between the bell. That's the small Hoplo, and the medium one's probably following the big female one around, potentially, which is the case at the back there. Actually, we have our female, she's coming around, and the other one is following. So look at this, guys, here's our new medium Hoplo following the other one, straight into the tunnel, following our big female. So basically the big female is looking after the medium female, I believe, and we have the big male looking after what Reagan thinks may be a small male. I will try and get a little bit of footage as well, guys, once we feed them and they've settled in a little bit later. In the darker area of the tank there in the bell, we have our small Hoplo. There's our mystery snail, guys, just next to the rock there coming around. Will come into view soon. So this tank is now 100% full. We were not looking to get Hoplos. I was looking to get a few more cardinals today, but son Reagan talked me into getting 2 more Hoplos, so now we've got 4. At some point we will want to put them into a larger tank, but at the moment we're just going to keep them sitting in this tank. Great addition to any aquarium, really. They can go with so many different fish, and they're so hardy. They can have a very wide range of pH, water conditions, temperatures as well. pH between 6 to up to 8, I believe. And temperature's probably got a good range there as well, 22 up to 28. So this tank's around 26, 27 at the moment. It is hot weather. We try and run it at 25, but the summer weather in Australia has made it pretty hard to keep the temperatures down. Hence we have an air conditioner running in the room during the daytime. Outside today it feels like about 30, high 30s outside today, very hot. So that's in Celsius, degrees Celsius, very hot. So I'm not too sure if these two guys, they'd probably be happy having a couple of little Hoplos in the tank with them. I'm not sure if this is Dragonstone or not. It does need a very good clean, of course, before we put it into our new 57 litre Fluval tank when that arrives. Flex tank for our shrimp display with the Rasboras, and we might even put a Hoplo in that tank. Here's the other rock. I thought this one was very nice with lots of little holes and crevices that the shrimp can go into and look at and crawl across. Very nice style. These two will go together in a pattern that may look something like that. So we have a high level of gravel substrate sitting behind them in the top right, bottom right of the tank, sorry. And then on top of that, we'll need to see where we're going to put this log, the driftwood. And it's going to be very well planted with some moss and plants, and see how we go. Just needed the 55 watt heater, which will be okay for, I guess, a 57 litre tank is pretty much fine. Just enough power to manage the 57 litre tank. Just going to show you guys the near mistress snail. Creeping along there. Seems to be settling in okay. Okay guys, what we're going to do now is, you can see the mistress snail halfway out of the tank. What we're going to do now is just give these fish a bit of flake, a bit of a midday snack, only because we've got some new fish in the tank. So I'm going to put in a bit of flake here. I'm going to put in some pellets as well. And then we're going to see who's hungry and who's not, and see if the new Hoplos come to life or not. Just do the sign to the Hoplos, the food's here, and see if they're going to come out or not. Maybe I should have given them a snack a bit later, but we will see. There's a bit of movement. Here we go. Here we go, the new Hoplo's out. The Hoplos are going. They found the food. Here we go. Good sign. Here's our medium-sized Hoplo. Probably going to be called 5 spot because he's got 5 spots on his dorsal fin. And then there's the new one, also got 5 spots, but it's really 3 plus 2. Oh, here's our big boy. 3 spot. And Fatty's here. We've all got names. You see there's a bit of action at the top there, going for a bit of flake with the swordtails and the cardinals. We'll just sit back here and have a bit of a watch as they feed on some of these pellets. I wonder if the snail can sense the food's going to the bottom and he's decided to start going down. He's starting to head downwards now. The swordtails are at the top there. A bit of flake there falling. And our Hoplos going up to the top. No? That's 3 spot. We'll just sit here for a bit guys and watch a bit of the action. See the bristlenose on the left there on the rock, on the left side, underneath that leaf. 5 spot. I don't know if you want to follow the shark. Mr. Red Tar, the enforcer. But yes, now we do have 4 marbled Hoplos, and it's interesting to note the 2 new ones are very dark. I don't know if that's because they're young and they get lighter as they get older, but they've definitely got a darker tone to them, so it'll be interesting to see maybe if it's just a different sort of variation of the colouring based on the fry that they came from, and the parents are a little bit different. Definitely got a much darker colour, these two, compared to the other ones. I don't remember the other two being that dark when we bought them originally, so it's just interesting to note, will they keep that dark coloration, especially that medium sized one there, the 5 spotter. You can see the difference in the colour there, a lot different. But they're both meant to be marbled Hoplos. Okay, so they're having a snack. We don't always give them a midday snack, it's just that it's a weekend, a long weekend we're having in Australia at the moment. It's a Saturday, and we did get 2 new fish and a snail, so we thought it would be nice to just give them a bit of a snack. A good feed actually, it wasn't a light feed. It's still a little bit floating at the top. That's a bit there. Okay, so this tank really is fully populated now. I think you could always get another few more, 2 or 3 more cardinals in the tank, but I don't know if we really need to. Put your comments down below if you think that we can get a bit more fish in the tank. It's always one of those things where it's debatable what would suffice as, you know, a tank being full or not full. Usually they base it on the amount of excretion and poos that come into the tank and how quickly that ammonia does get dealt with and how you keep the ammonia levels down. So any pollution mainly from poo, it's not too much of it in the tank. So a lot of action there. Might be a good thumbnail somewhere there. Oh, photobombed by Mr. Enforcer himself. So there we go, thumbnail maybe there somewhere, with a bit of plant in it. For our second video. Our next video will probably be unboxing and looking at our new 57 litre Fluval Flex tank that we're going to use for our first ever shrimp setup with some Rasboras. And later today, where we got a Hoplo, said the Hoplos have small mouths and they actually, you can have Hoplos that live with shrimp. So, but yet I saw a contradicting video on YouTube today saying that you know, the Hoplos may well eat shrimp, especially the small ones. So it's just, you know, there's lots of different opinions and different observations that people have. Hopefully observations are mainly made on sort of fact or experience, experiments I guess you could say, from people who've actually had certain size fish that have had the shrimp with them, had the Hoplos with the shrimp, and they can sort of speak from first hand. And there's a lot of factors and variables that come into things like that, like obviously the size of the tank and how well things are being fed and how many hiding spaces there are. Heaps of variables that can have different outcomes. The temperament of a particular fish can even be different. I've had like African Iratus over the years. Some of them, they're generally a bit of a nasty fish, but I've had one that was very nasty. Took out a lot of its own species and pretty much cleaned the whole tank up. Tail biting the other 6 Fullerborns and the other 5 African Iratus. So he killed 11 fish in a period of about 6 months. Just ultra aggressive, and I know the Iratuses are like that, but sometimes you know, some are a little bit aggressive and some are very aggressive. They can vary. We sort of, fish owners have all seen the different results that different fish given to your tanks and the different personalities and behaviours and so on. I'll let this run for a little bit longer, guys. Give a few more minutes out of it. Pretty excited to get that extra equipment today that came out of the tech den at Caboolture. Very, very friendly stuff up there. Recommend you go and visit the tech den if you're around Brisbane way or up north of Brisbane mainly, or want to come down from the Sunshine Coast. They've got lots of stock, friendly staff, and yeah, it's a good, pleasant experience going there. Albeit I felt like it was like 30 plus degrees in the store today and it's about nearly 40 outside. It was boiling hot. So the staff there kept saying drink water and hopefully you can survive the day because it was so hot and the staff there were sweating away. Okay, got your antennas out now fully, haven't you? That's our, I guess it's not quite an inch long the shell, but pretty close to an inch long the shell, so it's a good medium size yellow mystery snail there in part of the tank, and hopefully it doesn't get picked on by the red-tailed shark. I don't know how the red-tailed sharks go with mystery snails. If anyone knows, feel free to let me know if you've put them together before, because the red-tailed shark can like to irritate things, but I think it's mainly likes to irritate the swordtails. And let's have a last look at our 5-spotter, the dark fella there. Well, Riggy believes it's a female actually, that one, but we'll see later on I guess when the colour comes through. And I might wrap this video up today. I think I've got enough video. I'll stand up slowly. And we will catch you a bit later. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Bye.